we alone? Well, the answer is we're not alone. And I know that with 100% certainty, which as an intel officer, you never say 100%, but all things pointed towards, based on the people I talked to, like Harry Reid, and I use him as an example, but I talked to the highest of the high people you could possibly talk to catch my drift. So unless all of them are lying and they're covering up something else, which I don't even know what it would be at this point, because the phenomenon is real. It's been going on for thousands of years. People have been seeing strange things, and not everybody's mass hallucinating.
What do they think these things are? The people that you talk to.
So they specifically, the people on the program that handle the material, that were in executive level briefings with Intel community leaders and other folks over the years, last 20 years or so, they did use the term extraterrestrial, ET or whatever. Okay, that isn't a possible origin, but the Schumer Amendment, if you read it, it specifically uses non-human intelligence, NHI, very deliberately because we want to catch everything, because what if some of this stuff is not ET and they're going to use that as an escape clause? Like, well, this stuff that we don't even know if it's extraterrestrial, so this doesn't apply. So that's why we wanted to be as broad as possible. I mean, besides ET, I mean, a lot of it would be my own personal opinion. I think we have a couple conceivable buckets, and I'm using the work of Jacques Vallée, other people that have thought deeply on the issue, on how the phenomenon has changed since antiquity. It showed itself in a different way. Like a good example is like witches sitting on your chest phenomenon, with paralysis in medieval and Enlightenment era became this alien abduction phenomenon in the modern era, And is it the recipient and their analytical overlay cognitively seeing the phenomenon based on a modern interpretation, inside out? Or is the phenomenon, this is like Jacques Vallée's book, Passport to Magnolia, I can never pronounce it right, 1969, where he talks about the phenomenon seems to like masquerade itself as different stuff over the years. But, we've seen roughly the same stuff. You look at the Foo Fighters of World War II. There are declassified Air Force OSI reports from the 50s, people can Google, that talk about flying butane tanks with the same measurements, approximately what we saw in the 2004 Tic Tac incident, but they called it flying propane or butane tanks in the 50s. From a morphology, or in the Air Force intel, we call it VisRecce, visual reconnaissance. Like, they basically look the same, and we can back azimuth that decades, if not hundreds of years in the past, wheels of Ezekiel, right? They're seeing these like disc type objects, right? And unless Ezekiel is tripping, or this is an allegory or fable in the Bible, let's say the event happens. Just like the Vedic text, you have the battles, the blue people, and the battles in the sky that sound like nuclear and directed energy weapons. Like, what's going on there? I mean, so there is a real phenomenon that origin undetermined, but it's trippy, and sometimes it presents itself in like a non-corporeal form too. Orbs, balls of energy. They don't appear as like some kind of bipedal hominid like some people have espoused. So I think that might be, call it interdimensional, call it shadow biome, crypto-terrestrial. I mean, there's a lot of different theories.
What are the primary theories? The primary theories are from another planet.
Origins that we probably can't conceptualize as humans, because our meat is stuck in 3D and we don't understand, and our IQs are only so high. So there might be some origins that we don't understand.
In terms of like interdimensional travel.
Yeah.